Hello and welcome to Friday with Fiona. So it's a bank holiday today in the UK, and we're celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So apologies for being a few minutes late. We've had lots going on. Also, I apologise. I'm closed the window, so I'm hoping you can't hear it. But next door are having their driveway cleaned, ready for a party tomorrow, and it's just loads of dust just gone past it. Our windows are filthy, but he has promised to clean them afterwards. So I'm a little bit disorganised. Then our neighbour came to cut our grass for us, which is lovely. And you know, we need him to do it for us. We're very grateful. But again, it kind of delayed me a bit. So anyway, I'm not too late, only a couple of minutes late. So as I mentioned on Wednesday, the last chance list is out, and the for the mini catalogue, the one that's January to June, so it ends at the end of this month. So we've got which day, 3rd, and there's 30, you've got 26, just under 27 days left. So the what I'm going to use is these butterflies and flowers layering decorative mask. It's a bit of a mouthful. Oh, you don't need my check to see my cherries. That's something else I was working on. That will be a couple of weeks' time probably. Yeah, so they're under tools, SIM cards. I did find them, and I don't think they're reduced, but I don't know how long they're going to be around for. They are absolutely fabulous. There we go, butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. Okay, it's £9.25, and I think you get 6, which really is very good value. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you've got the butterflies, which we're going to use today, and we're also going to use that one. Or do we use that one? Actually, I might use that one this time. And we're going to use that one. So I'm going to show you how you can, you know, basically play around with them. I must stop saying Okay, there's a Night of Navy card base. Oh, let me get rid of my face so you can see my hands in a bit more detail. There we go. Okay, so Night of Navy card base. And then just a sheet of basic white. So all the measurements will be on my blog a bit later. And this on this one, I used polished pink and melon mambo, but I don't think there was enough kind of definition. So I'm going to go with Flirty Flamingo and melon mambo, and we'll see how that looks. I've got my card base ready. I just need my basic white and my tape. There's my tape. I have got some card. What I'll do is I'll do it and then I'll trim it down. That's very vanilla. I thought I had some basic white ready to go, but I must have used it. Okay, bear with me. I just need. Oh, there we go. I think that might be it there. Yeah, so it's smaller. That one's going top to bottom. So I will just cut. I'll cut some basic. Oh, sorry, I knocked the camera. I'll just cut some basic white quickly. Won't be a second. If you bear with me, and just get my amazing paper trimmer. I love this because you've got a cutter and a scorer. So on this one, there's a bit of Night of Navy, just for like emphasis, really, just showing. So it's 14.8 tall, and that's actually 9.5 wide. So let's just cut some down. I'll do it at 10 and then trim it. By 14.8. And then yeah, you're hardly going to see it, so I'm going to just trim a bit more off to get, so I'll do 9.5. Might even go down to 9, but then I might not get the whole butterfly on, so and I might just even it, because I don't think it's quite even on that one, and it's offending my OCD-ness, so I'll probably line that up like that, so you've just got a bit of Night of Navy at each side. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. So if you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying the bank holiday weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Weather was good yesterday. It was fine this morning, although it's just clouding over. We have got the doors and everything open. But tomorrow, I think we're expecting some rain. So, right, I'm just going to tape my piece down. So I've turned my, actually, yeah, I've used that. So I've just turned it over. You don't want any kind of excess ink. It's just a bit of a risk that it will go onto your project. So let's get that in the middle. And it doesn't matter if it's straight, because I'm going to be doing the butterflies at bits at different angles. So I'm just going to take my card down, and then I'm going to take my mask on top, and I'm going to be using 2 different masks. So and this is great fun. Now, I'm not usually a messy crafter. I really don't like getting ink all over myself, so this is quite a departure for me, but I am just so in love with this technique. So the first one I'm going to do is my my large butterfly, and that's my base for everything, and I'm going to do that in the paler Flirty Flamingo, and I've got my brush which I label for pinks, and just running this under the cold tap gets most of the ink out, as long as you do it quite quickly and don't let it sort of settle in. So they're at a bit of an angle, as you can see on, just leave that because I'm going to need that. So I'm just going to tape my mask down, and I'm going to do the middle one first, because that's the entire butterfly, and then the other 2 are kind of slightly off the I thought I'd cracked it then, but it's just the underneath of it. Now, the other thing that is very important, you need to cover up any areas that you could possibly go over by mistake. So I'm just going to get some washi tape, and I'm just going to pop my circle over there so that I don't, in fact it's not, I'm going to pop my long bit across so that I don't inadvertently do my bottom one. There we go. I'm going to have to do 2 bits, I think, there. One bit there. And 1 bit there. And then I've got a smaller circle, which hopefully I just cover that up. No, that's not big enough. Let's use this bit of DSP. And again, I just need to take that down. It's just an offcut of the sun prints, I think it is. Let's take that. There we go. So I've covered the areas that I could possibly, you know. Oh, and my mask has moved. Didn't realise when I taped it down that it had moved. Right, I want it about in the middle. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use my Flirty Flamingo because I just want a pale background. And I'm a bit heavy-handed, so if I use the Melon Mambo, it'll all end up looking like the same colour. So I'm just going to ink that up. Not sure if it's actually coming off. I might need a bit of re-inker. Right, let's see what happens. If not, I might have to revert to the polished pink. Yeah, it is, that's fine. It's just quite pale, so that's okay, which is the effect I wanted. In fact, you might not even be able to see this at all if the light is reflecting. Let's bring that light down. We've got some shadow, so Let's get rid of the shadow. There we go. Might be able to see it a bit better now. I'm just going to lift it in a second to see how pale that is, because that might be too pale. No, that's okay. Right, so I'm going to do my other bases first before I move on to my flowers. So then I've got one up the top at an angle, and I've got probably 2/3 of that on the cardstock. And again, I've got all my areas that I could inadvertently go and covered up, so it doesn't matter going onto the grid paper. It's quite a pretty pink actually, because it sort of looks more orangey there. I tend not to use Flirty Flamingo, but actually that's really pretty. Right, and then I think I can take that off because it's going to be off the edge of the card. I'm just going to get, in fact I need to take this bit off here as well. I'm just going to probably get that much on. And this time it doesn't matter because that's on my grid paper. So, okay, let's just do this. And then we're going to play around with the different backgrounds. Not backgrounds, foregrounds. So, and they're great fun. You know, you can do all sorts of things. There are masks in the annual catalogue, but I haven't got hold of them yet. So I'll probably do a class when I get them. I haven't looked to see if there are any in the winter catalogue yet, which is, we're on pre-order for that, but there we go. So right now I've got my really pale backgrounds, so I'm going to put my Flirty Flamingo away, and I'm going to be using Melon Mambo. It's really bright. I suppose I could go with polished pink actually. Which do I prefer? Let's try Melon. I haven't used Melon Mambo for so long. So right, now I need so we'll start at the top, I think, and work our way down. So with that one I'm going to do these flowers. So I need my, I'm going to do it up here. Now this is the trick. So you need to have your butterfly mask in place. So basically you can see where, and then I'm just going to put that one over the top, and with some tape. I'm just going to tape that down. Now my areas are already covered that I could possibly go over, so that's fine. So then this should be much brighter. Let's see what happens. Right, I've just realised there is a little bit of tape at the top of the card, so I just need to move that, otherwise it's going to look a bit weird. There we go. And this is much, much brighter. Okay, right. Now I'm not going to use that mask again. And again, I just run these under the cold tap and all the ink comes out. So that is number one. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll hold it up and show you at the end. Now I'm going to go to the bottom one. And again, just use my butterfly mask and see where the white bits are. And just move that slightly. So I'm just trying to line it up with the edge of the wings and the antenna. There we go. Right, and then let's just take that down. With this one, which one did I go over on this one? Which one did? Oh, I used the original. Okay, so yeah, I used the original, which is this part on the bottom of the actual butterfly mask. So I'm just going to need to peel my things that I covered up out and line that up. And again, you're not going to get an awful lot on this one because it's going off the page. So let's just cover up that one because I really don't want to make a mistake on that one. Just over the top, like that. There we go. I've never gone through so much grid paper as doing this technique, but that's good. It's getting used. Okay, I don't want it to be too dark, so let's lift that up. Oh, lovely, beautiful. Right, now let's go back to our complete butterfly in the middle. There we go. I'll just cover that one up again. And this time I'm going to use the big flowers. Now, there's the one with a lot of detail, which is what we did with the flowers, and then you cover it up with that. So let me just do it on my grid paper and see which I think would look better. So there's that one, or that one. I think it's this one. Okay. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to put that one in the centre, and it's not going to matter because then I'll line up. I'm just going to cover this half because I then can line up. So I want that flower. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to just turn it round so I can line that flower up. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly doing the mask on top of the mask, but it's worth it when you see what you're left with. Oh, wow, that is gorgeous. I love that. So you can see the detail. There's just a bit, I might just pop the corner of one of the flowers on there because it's looking a little bit bare. So let's just pop that one there. And I just need to cover up the bits that I don't want. So it's literally, but it just looks a bit bare. So I'm just going to quickly go over that bit there. And it should be done. lovely jubbly. Okay, so let's get that ink out of the way, and I'm going to get rid of this bit of grid paper because this ink could go everywhere. And then all I want to do is take my Night of Navy card base, and I'm going to glue my basic white and try and get it even at each side. That's just stunning. I love it. Now, there is a slight mistake there where I just did that extra bit of, but what I can do is I can pop my sentiment over the top. So now I need to get rid of all this tape because it's sticking to everything. And then I will need to wash them. I got a new set from the annual catalogue, which is what I used on this one. And I used Versamark and white embossing powder. So I can just quickly show you how to do that. But the amazing thing about this bundle is the die, no more fussy cutting your sentiments because the die just fits perfectly. It's a bit of a tight fit, but it does work nonetheless. So let's just get rid of all my bits of tape. And I'll show you how to do the embossing. So I'm just going to need a strip of Night of Navy. I'm going to need my Versamark ink pad and my white Stampin' Emboss powder and my little pot. And I hope I don't deafen you, but I don't think I will. I think the sound will go off. So let me just get a strip of Night of Navy. Right, and let's see what sentiment. So it's called Charming Sentiments, and the dies that it goes with are Sentiment Silhouettes. So as you can see there, that's all that literally goes round. So I've got a small piece of Night of Navy here, so I need something quite small. Just trying to think what I've got coming up. So good luck. Just for you, maybe. Yeah, just for you. That sounds good. Now I've got to find it. It's tiny. Just for you. Just for you. Right. And then the way I'm going to find out which die I need is just to line them up. Now, because it's got the, I wonder what that one is. No, that doesn't fit. Oh, it might be that one. Look. Let's see if that fits. Yes, just for you. So you can see how tight it's going to be, literally just round the edges. So I'll show you that in a second. Right, let's get my block and my Versamark ink. Now, it's not going to matter because I'm going to be die cutting. It doesn't really matter what angle I put that on. And you want a very crisp stamp when you're using Versamark. And then you need to very quickly get the powder on while it's still wet, just for you. I'll sort that in a minute. Let's just get it out of the way. And then I'm going to get my heat gun, which is just here. Now, I'm assuming the sound will go off. I apologise if it doesn't. And I'm just going to heat that up from underneath. And you see it's changing colour. It's amazing. Right, and then I've got to line my, just make sure it's not still tacky, which it's not. Line it up. Now it's going to be a really, really tight fit, so just got to play around with the angle. And I'm going to pop some washi tape over it. I wasn't expecting to be die cutting, so I apologise for not being prepared in advance. Okay, let's quickly run that through. I've gone quiet, maybe he's finished. And there you can see it's really tight, but I have got my sentiment. And I'm just going to pop that up with some dimensionals. So, and then I also used gold on that. I'm not sure, I must try it with silver actually. I'm more of a silver girl. And I'm going to pop that there because, as I said, the that edge is just slightly gone over the edge of the butterfly, so I don't really want that to show. And I'll just get one large dimensional on there. And we'll just pop it there just for you. And then I'm just going to try and tie a silver bow, but as you know, doing it on camera is not necessarily, oh, there's a knot in it. Let's just get that undone. Right. Why is it I can always do a bow for myself but never on camera? Okay, fingers crossed. Just about did it. Don't want it too big because my sentiment's quite small. There we go. Yep, I need to make that a bit smaller. And then make sure we pop that. I'm going to make it smaller because it's really, there we go. Right, glue dot. And I'm sure I've shown you this before, but you just roll it so that you've got an elongated glue dot. And pop my Simply Elegant trim on that, and I'm going to try and tuck that just there. The only other thing, so on this one you can see I've put some opal rounds on, and I just coloured them with the blends before I did that. So I did pink there. Now, what do you think? Do you think Night of Navy might? Let's try it, shall we? It's got some rhinestones. And I just need to get my Night of Navy blend, and I'll use the dark one, I think. as you can see, I've got a splint on my left hand. I'm really struggling with it at the moment, so I'm trying not to use it too much. So let's get some rhinestones and just colour them in. So a couple of big ones, a small one. There you go. So that was the polished pink and the melon mambo. There is some differential, and I did use the different flowers this time, and then I used Flirty Flamingo, so the background is very pale, and then melon mambo. Now you could have gone over it again and again and again to get it darker, and you know what, I think I'm actually liking the Night of Navy rhinestones. So there we go. The instructions will be on my blog a little later. Thank you for joining me. I will be back next week for Wednesday Live and Friday with Fiona. And I wish you a very happy bank holiday weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.